What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of the best team in FIFA. This team was sent in to me by a guy called Joshua B, and he sent me this team on Twitter after I was talking about teams and players and etc the other night, and I built the team and I played with the team and I won the FUT birthday cup with the team. So we're going to see the gameplay for the cup and the pack that I get in just a second. But before we get into that guys, if we could drop a thumbs up on the video, it will be much appreciated. Let's try and get this over 9,000 likes. That would be absolutely awesome. So the team was sent in. It's actually a team that's based on my favorite team that he adapted to be his favorite team, and he sent it in to me, which is what interested me the most. So obviously the formation is the 4-3-3-3, which I believe to be the strongest formation in FIFA this year, and this is a team. Bang! So we've got ourselves Ronaldo, Bale and Robben up front with Modric, Schweinsteiger and Yaya Toure in midfield. Piszczek, Boateng, Inform Alaba and Clichy in defence with Neuer in goal. So just to briefly talk about the team and what interested me, obviously that front three is absolutely mesmeric. For me, Gareth Bale is the best player in the game this year, you guys well know. And just to show you my stats with him, he's got 150 games and 185 goals with 72 assists. Now he's only played, I would say, around 25 to 30 games at striker with these stats, and the rest of them he's either played at left wing or right wing. Yes, I even played him at left wing for a while, or at right wing. So this front three is just absolutely insane. Robben is basically like a Gareth Bale without strength. It's crazy. They're very, very identical in terms of players. The midfield was very nice, and what really interested me about this team was having Yaya Toure there, because well, I'll talk about it more as we go into the gameplay as well, but I really missed the video that I put out called The Best Team in FIFA, which I believe to be the best team in FIFA. I was complaining how neither of my CDMs had the height, strength or ability to win headers from goal kicks. And it's actually a really important part of FIFA, and we'll explain more as well again in the next part of the video. But we've got Schweinsteiger here, guys, who's 6 foot with good defending and physical, obviously very nice passing, good shooting and dribbling, but only 61 pace. Is that an issue? It's actually really not. You can see I played 24 games with him. We've got Luka Modric as well, guys, who is one of my favourite midfielders in the game. You can see I played 109 games with him. It's not like I've just picked him up and been like, yeah, okay, let's just play a few and pretend he's good. He is absolutely fantastic. I used to play him at CDM in my favourite team. Play him at CM in this team with Joshua B's recommendation, and he's very good. I usually play James Rodriguez here, and I don't really like him. So Modric there is really good, and then Yaya Toure again in at CDM. He doesn't get perfect chemistry. He only gets 7 chem, as does Bale, and Modric only on 8. But yeah, he's awesome. 80 defending, 90 physical, 76 pace, and chemistry really doesn't matter. I'm going to have a video, not tomorrow, but the day after, explaining how chemistry works. So we've got Clichy at left back to give Toure the best chem that he can get without having a Man City or BPL Ivory Coast player at left wing. And then Alaba and Boateng in defence and Neuer in goal. So I was iffy about Alaba. I kind of thought to myself, he's too weak and too short to play centre back, and of course he has high medium work rates, but I 100% underestimated how good he was, and not just because of his pace, but look at his whole card. 83 passing, 83 dribbling, 83 defending, 75 physical is actually very decent. Not crazy good, but very decent for someone who has 87 pace. He's also got a good weak foot, 3-star skill moves. He's tall enough at 5'11", not quite as tall as I would like. You know, Boateng being 6'4", wins a hell of a lot of headers, played a lot of games with Boateng, as you can see, 93 games, and Neuer in net, 119 games for me, yet to score a goal. I'm gonna have to give him a penalty one of these days. But this is a team, guys. I went into the cup, the FUT birthday cup, and played it. It's a sweaty ass cup. Like, honestly, you come up against some really sweaty people in the cup. But let's take a look at the gameplay and the pack that I got. Okay guys, so as per usual, I'm going to be showing you the teams that I come up against in the cup and the goals that I scored. I won't be showing you guys the goal that I didn't score. And once again, I do appreciate the support you're giving to my channel recently. We're getting so close to 1 million subscribers, and a thumbs up on this video would be much appreciated. This first guy I come up against has the striker Aubameyang and Lewandowski up front, and I was worried. Like I said, this FUT birthday cup is very sweaty. So in terms of chemistry for these players, like whenever sometimes I put teams out there or people send me teams, and the odd player here or there player doesn't have perfect chemistry, people go absolutely mental over it, and they're like, oh my god, he's not on perfect chem, you've got to get him on perfect chem, put this player in instead because he's so much better. And that's really a bad voice. I gotta stop doing that. But yeah, in this, like in FIFA, chemistry is not what you think it is. So like I said, on Monday, guys, I'm gonna have a video explaining chemistry, how it works, and how you can get the absolute best out of it that you specifically can get. So the first game here was pretty easy. The guy stopped playing after 1-0. Actually, I actually was going to try and get a couple of goals in the net and then sit there and do nothing myself just in case he came back. He ended up rage quitting. Easy win. Thank you very much. We come up against another nice team, actually. It's a BPL team, second round. He's got some strong players in this game that don't really get much recognition. Matic, Ozil, Vargas, Sarko, very good defender in this game. So I was thinking to myself, you know, if he's got a team like this and he's in the second round, he's obviously good at FIFA. Maybe this is going to be a difficult game. Cristiano Ronaldo, though, just too strong in the box. And like I said, Joshua B that sent this in, he said to me this was based around my best team in FIFA that he adapted. So like I said, when looking at this team, I was kind of a bit iffy about the fact that Yaya Toure and Clichy were there. I actually like Alaba or Marcelo at left back. I'm not the biggest fan of Gael Clichy. I do think he is the best left back in the Premiership, although Felipe Luis is a close second. But he is necessary to give, you know, Yaya Toure that chemistry boost. You could obviously switch things around and actually put Yaya Toure on the right, but then you'd have to change the whole right hand side of the team. Into the semi-final we go though, guys, and we come up against a really tidy full Belgian squad. He's got attributes card on Benteke, he's got Lukaku, he's got inform De Bruyne, he's got inform Mertens, he's got Eden Hazard, inform Nainggolan. Like, there's some really nice players in this team, and once again I was thinking to myself, well, first of all I was thinking to myself, like, wow, this is a nice team, this could be a tough game. But then I was actually thinking to myself, like, he's got 3 at the back. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, like, this year in FIFA, the 3-back formations are really bad. I know last year and the year before, 3-5-2 used to be the winning formula. Everyone used to play 3-5-2. It was the most successful formation for your average user. This year, because of the way the game works and because of how the game plays, it's just not okay to play it. It's such a bad formation. If you guys are playing 3-5-2, I highly recommend you just let go of that and try something else. Try a 4-back formation. You'll be doing so much better for yourself. It's so important to have a very well balanced team this year, and I personally feel like the 3-5-2 leaves you exposed down the wings. Even though crossing isn't really important this year, this is why you can't be exposed down the wings. Look at this, Ronaldo there down the wings, so much space, so much time, gets into the near post and bang. You can't allow that to happen, and if he had a 4-back formation, it wouldn't have been that easy for me because he would have had a right back there covering the slot. But also you need to make sure your midfield and attack is balanced, and I personally found when I tried the 3-5-2 that the midfield was just crowded with players and you actually couldn't really do much with it. So we come into the final, guys, and we come up against a guy again who's got a very interesting team. Lacazette and Doumbia up front, Pogba in the cam, then, you know, he's got a really nice team built down from that. Joe Hart, Mangala, Gael Clichy, but I was mainly worried about Lacazette and Doumbia in the front. He's in the final, he's got 2 of the sweatiest, most incredible players in FIFA Ultimate Team at striker, and I thought, holy shit, this is going to be tough. But I score a very cheeky little corner technique there. Maybe I'll make a video on how to score from corners as well, because there's some easy methods that I can show you guys how to get the best out of corners. And then I went through 2-0, chip through balls. Yep, they're broken in this game still. It's actually not the chip through ball that's broken anymore, it's the defense that's broken, and the defense is the reason why people have so many problems. And after I went 2-0 up against this guy, he kind of fell off a bit. But then he made an epic comeback. I went 3-0 up with a banger from Modric. And then after I went 3-0 up, I just couldn't really do much. And he ended up getting a couple of goals there, made it 3-2. But I hang on to the win. And yes, we ended up winning the FUT Birthday Cup. This team played so nice. And like I said at the start of the video, having a CDM that can win a header in the game is so important. There are so many gameplay issues with this game, and one of them is that if you lose a header in the midfield from a goal kick or a throw in from a goalkeeper, you are susceptible to an instant counter attack. So the best thing to do is to have players that are going to be able to win those headers, so you're the one that's counter attacking your opponent. And it's very important to have that. So when I usually play Lama Modric in those CDM spots, causes me a few issues. Having Schweinsteiger and Toure there just made this team that much better. Unfortunately for me, guys, my 350k pack was an absolute pile of shit. This again is the team that we were playing. It was fantastic. 10 out of 10. I highly recommend, if you guys can, go out there and buy it. If you guys can't, there are cheap alternatives for many of these players. In fact, apart from the front three and maybe Toure, maybe Alaba, maybe Neuer, the team is pretty cheap. And you know, you can get Leno, you can get Benatia at centre back, Leno at goalkeeper, and then fill the rest of the team however you want. But this is the end of the video, guys. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.